Hello everyone, welcome back. This is the third video in our series on cliffs and caves and hardcore early game. We're in survival mode in Minecraft. Well, we're technically in hardcore mode in Minecraft. If we die, it's all over. Normally you get to respawn. Normally you would respawn either where the center point for the world is, or any place you've set a respawn point, say at a bed. And honestly, I think that will be the first thing we do this time. We're going to try and find some sheep. We're going to use these shears on the sheep to get some wool, and then we can take that and make a bed. And I'm making a bucket, because buckets are very useful. And let's set that copper to smelting while we're done. It's not super useful, but it's pretty. Look at how pretty it is. Ooh, maybe we'll build a house out of copper later. That'll be fun. Also, let's see. Well, yeah, let's just do that. All right, we're going to go looking for a sheep. So first thing I think we're going to do is I'm going to climb up to the top of this hill over here so we can get a good view of the surrounding area. Maybe we'll see some sheep. If not, we'll have to go looking. Easiest way up is going to be about over here. Little running and jumping tricks there. Pick up this flower and unlock a dye recipe. Did I see an egg? I think I saw an egg. Nope, that was sand. Alright. Wow, look at our start location. We've got a jungle right next to a dark oak forest. I love dark oak. It is beautiful wood. And, as it so happens, is very easy to harvest. And I can show you why later. We've got fish down there. Got a little bee buzzing around. We need to find his hive so we can get honey of our own. But that will be a little bit later. Hopefully the thing doesn't get itself killed. They do so love to do that. I'm not seeing sheep, but you know what? Past experience, I can tell you the dark oak forests very often have sheep somewhere in there. They also very often have monsters, so we're going to be careful. But we've got our armor, we've got our shield. I'd say we're about ready. And now I'm going to show you why I like dark oak so much. Because dark oak trees, oops, I jumped bad. There we go, one more time. There we go. Dark oak trees are big enough. They always come in these 4x4 size. So it's really easy to carve yourself a staircase up to the top. You can see that staircase now as I'm looking down, and all I have to do is carve my way back down. I can harvest the whole tree very quickly. Sometimes when you're trying to chop down oak trees, or even those jungle trees that I was chopping down earlier, you have to do some pretty crazy climbing to chop it all down. If you don't chop it all down, then you can end up with bunches of leaves with like a single log inside of them just hanging around forever. Because this game is not based on science, it is based on magic. And what do leaves need to grow? They need logs, of course. They need wood. They need wood to grow on. If they have wood to grow on, they will stay healthy forever, even if the trunk is gone. Makes for some pretty crazy things if you don't try to make sure you get all the wood out. That was sugar cane right there I just picked up. That's important for paper. So we are gathering some of that. Take it home. Make some farm space for that. gonna have to get going back home pretty soon. I haven't picked up any seedlings of dark oak yet. That oak tree I chopped down up. Nope. See, this tree here is supporting the foliage from that tree. So if we want to get a seedling that I can take home, we're going to have to chop down another tree. Hopefully that doesn't take too long. Because I feel like we're taking too long. We want to be home before dark. And honestly, this is not what we came out to do today. So I might have to give up on getting these seedlings. I just like that dark oak so much. It's so easy to harvest. This is easy. I don't know if it looks easy, but it is. I'll have to find a crazy oak tree. A regular oak tree that has grown crazy branches every which way to show you what I mean. And those leaves are still, oh, those ones are breaking right there. All right. Maybe when we come back, there'll be some seedlings on the ground for us to pick up. Let's go look for some sheep real quick before it gets dark. Have to pay close attention to where we're going so we don't get lost, because we don't have any good way of finding our way back home by using that little tool I showed you, which I'd rather avoid. Feels a little like cheating. There's sheep over there. All right, let's go get them. You see the sheep? White sheep. All you can really see is white blocks of their bodies, but those are sheep. Let's go get them. And if we get those, it doesn't matter if we don't get home tonight, we can just make a bed in the field. Because, as you may recall, we can make a crafting table with a single log, and boy do I have a lot of logs right now. So, I'm gonna get into the water here. Check it out, we got dolphins swimming in this water. Isn't that cool? They give me a swimming speed buff, so I crossed that lake in no time. Alright. Shear that sheep, shear that sheep. When we come back, next time we will bring some food for that sheep, so that we don't have to come wandering all the way over here to get wool. Let's just shear the brown guy while we're at it. Maybe we'll make a brown bed. Alright, what's the time? Looking up in the sky. It's almost nighttime. Why don't we make a bed right here? It won't hurt us to have another crafting table on hand. Put that there. Put 3 wool with, oh, we need wood first. Wood planks, more accurately. 3 planks, 3 wool, and we have a bed. I should have made it with brown wool. I still can. Maybe I will in the morning. It's almost nighttime. We're gonna sleep through the night. And it's daytime. Wonderful. Gotta volunteer. I'll shear you again. Alright, let's make another bed. This time, we'll make it out of brown wool. And look, the bed's brown. That's fun. Alright, pick up our bed, take it with us. Oh, look at that dolphin. It's stuck on land. It'll suffocate up here. Let's see if we can push it back in the water. Get in the water. Get in the water. You're gonna get killed. Actually, I don't know if dolphins will suffocate on land. Most fish, most things that live in the water will suffocate on land. I wonder how it even got out here in the first place. Into the water with you. Into the water with you. You silly dolphin. They're flopping the wrong direction. Go! There we go. Back in the water with you. Alright. Dolphins are so friendly and nice. I would hate to have one of them suffocating for no good reason. Alright. You know, while we're here, why don't we check up the top of that hill? That looks like a good place to get a lay of the land, since we have all day now. Then we need to remember that way is home. Well, kind of that way. But uh-oh, my food is getting low. You can see on the right side of my action bar where the little cursor is moving along at the bottom. Just above those torches there, you can see 3 little meat icons. That lets me know how much food I have in my stomach. I can have 10 of those, and 3 is very little. 3 is so little I can't run. So I might have to go butcher one of those sheep so I can eat it. But we'll see about that. Maybe we can get back home. Look at all those pretty flowers. Piggies. And cows and horses. Right there. That's an important resource. We'll come back to those horses later. And there's a village. Another important thing to note, which is why I came up here. Villagers, we can trade with them to get valuable resources. In fact, villagers are so valuable, I'm halfway tempted to make a camp over here instead of over there. But I like to have my base camp be near spawn, so we'll come back. Our camp is about over there, or maybe it was there. That's a jungle over there, I can see. But from that forest that we just came out of, we should be able to see where we were. Be careful not to fall too far so I don't get killed or take damage unnecessarily. We've already taken some damage. You can see on the left side of the bar, just above my, what do you call it? Hotbar, the heart icons. Obviously that's my health. There's 10 of those, and I'm missing 2.5 of them. I need to find some food. If I can get myself well fed, I will start healing. Hopefully we don't find any monsters in this deep dark forest on the way back home. I'm gonna be a little careful. And yeah, run across the top of the forest. No, I don't think we can make that jump without running. Excuse me. And if I haven't lost my sense of direction, I should be getting out of this forest pretty soon. I remember that mushroom. And down about over here. We should be able to find that tree that we went to work on. Anything that's dropped has probably disappeared by now, unfortunately. Yep, here's where it was. We can come back for seedlings later, right? Oops. Let's get ourselves back home. How much time do we have? Where's the sun? Where's the sun? We're about noon. We could try and get some more. I like dark oaks. And I've never experimented with growing them in a jungle before. I wonder how well they grow. So we're gonna chop down this tree real quick. Hopefully, that'll be all we need to chop to get the foliage here to break. Instead, what broke is my axe. Do we have any stone? We don't have any stone, but we can get stone pretty darn quick. Let's use this shovel. Right. Well, there's some stone over there. That could work. Or we could just dig straight into the side of this hill. I'll bet we find some pretty quick. There it is. Alright. You might recall we have a crafting table in our inventory. So, put that torch there to keep monsters from spawning. We've got our table. We've got our stone. Oops, we need sticks. We have sticks. Now we have another axe. Alright, we can finish this job relatively quickly now. That sidetrack took us some time, but less time than chopping this tree down by hand. Woof. Nobody wants to do that. First tree on the first day, that's the last tree I want to chop down by hand if I can avoid it. Time is money, friend. There isn't a lot of money in this game. The villagers trade in something, well, they trade in emeralds. It's green, like some people's money. Chop this log and this log. I think that's all the logs touching those leaves, except for the logs on the other trees. We should probably keep some of it breaking, unfortunately. We're going to end up with like 5 stacks of wood by the time we get enough saplings to start making our own trees. Oh, I can see some of them disintegrating. There's an apple there. We can eat that. Break that leaf block by hand. There's a sapling. Let's put that on our hotbar so we know how many we have. And let's put that apple down here too. We'll find a few more. Actually, probably should just eat it. If I get into an emergency and need to run, I will want to have that hunger already available. I'll just have to try and remember not to run until then. We're going to hurry this along. We want to get home tonight. I'm going to encourage this stuff to break by separating it from the other trees. You know, I have the perfect tool for this. You see that? If I chop a leaf block with shears, it breaks very quickly, as you can see. And not only does it break very quickly, it drops as a block. You can see right there, I've got dark oak leaves. I can put them back down now, if I want to. And normally, I would probably, at this early point in the game, I would probably not waste iron on cutting tree leaves. But I'm trying to get those saplings as quickly as possible. Let's just get that block to drop. Alright, we're almost out of time. This has turned into a bit more of a sidetrack than I wanted for my first 3 days. But when opportunity presents itself, why not to take advantage? And exploration's half the fun of this game anyway. Alright, well, it's almost nighttime, so we're going to have to sleep again. So that will bring us to the end of day 4. I did 2 days this time, because when you sleep, that cuts the length of the day in half, so we can keep a nice short-ish 20-minute video. Cover 2 days worth of activity. And we have enough dark oak saplings now to grow 2 of those big trees, and to plant 4 of them right next to each other. And I'll show you that in the next video.